welcome back to another edition. More to live for. The Force of the North. Got a special one for you. Right back to the roots and foundation of this channel. So, right back at it. Peace and blessings to all. Hope everybody doing okay. So, let's get into it. Fathers of Autism. Put another autism special together for you. Let's get into it. Peace and blessings to all. So, a lot of people may or may not know, I'm definitely an advocate for autism, as well as sickle cell, as well as many other causes. But as far as autism, I do have two sons that are on the spectrum. So, and just like any other two children, they're not necessarily night and day, but they're definitely different. So, I really on my first two installments of this segment, I think I focused more on my older son. So this one is kind of more centered around my youngest son. So shout out to Cameron. That's him on the thumbnail. So recently, as far as like this school year, anybody been following the channel? He's in kindergarten now, so we as far as me and my wife, been going through not necessarily changes, but with him starting school and being that his most of his toddler years, 3 and 4, was spent during the lockdown, due to COVID or whatever. So him starting school was really like not an easy adjustment for me and my wife. Nevertheless to say. So with that being said, he's right here too.
Cold.
Go.
You.
Go ahead. Come here. I'm talking about you getting the video. But back to the topic at hand. So, with him starting kindergarten this year, it was, some like I said, members of adjustment, because it kind of felt like, we just, like going from him being, with us 24/7, to us kind of like, dropping him off somewhere. So that's kind of what it felt like, to be totally honest. And, after the first couple of days of school, like it really did, take a lot for us to get, around to us to adjust to him growing up and just, him going about his business. Nonetheless, dropping him off at school, that definitely wasn't, something that was easy, but, it's part of the progress. So with that being said, we did meet some wonderful people at that school, and, we participated in some great IEP meetings as well. And, with everything, with the plan that they have structured for him, as well as any, I want my viewers to definitely understand, like when it comes to this IEP, everybody needs to do their research on it. Like if you're a parent on it, you do have the authority to request one at any given time. So I definitely think that's something that my viewers need to know as well. And speaking of my viewers, shout out to my viewers, my subscribers. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on this video. If you're already a subscriber, make sure you have your notification bell hit, man, so you get all the content, not just some, but all of it, trying to reach the masses. So, but yeah, back to the topic. So, like I said, we participated in great IEP meetings. So, and with the plan that they have structured for him, it does, call for him to, to change schools, go to a different school from where he's at now. And I definitely understand that. With my oldest son, it's I didn't necessarily go through that because the school that he was at, um, he the school that he was at had they had things in place, so um, the services that he needed, they were right there. Not saying that this particular school that he does, that my youngest son was going to doesn't, but it's different plans for different students. So that's why this call for that. So, and like this finding this out, this wasn't like the necessarily the easiest thing to you know to to deal with, because like we're really just adjusting to the fact of him going to school, and now he's going to be going to a whole nother school. So it's like, you know it's kind of like here we go all over again, like him adjusting to new people and things like that. But I do think that he's more equipped and more used to going to school now. This is what I really do think. So, and with the winning smile, I know everybody at his old school will miss him. And there are really some great people at the school. I really didn't know too much about their IEP program, and just their whole department that they have for children with special needs or disabilities. I really didn't know too much about that at that particular school. But the people that we managed to meet, they were great people. So that really was a blessing. And like, to be totally honest, like the last couple of this last IEP meeting, it's kind of emotional for everybody, man. Like me and my wife, as well as the teachers that's been there, because like I really got a full understanding of how much these teachers put into these students, how much they put into their job, like, and the bonds that they build with these students, whether they have special needs or not. So knowing that his stay was coming to an end, like it really was emotional for the teachers. And I just want to shout them out. Definitely shout out Mrs. Dunn and Mrs. Johnson of Eastern Elementary, because in the drop off line, you know uh, ever since we found out the news that he will be leaving, it's like Wednesday and Thursday were just so like, we both like not necessarily on edge, but we both kind of like anxious. And when I say we both, I mean like, me and the teachers, knowing that, that this journey's coming to an end, and he's about to go to a different school. So, when Friday came, picking them up from school and just seeing, how emotional the teachers were and the gifts that they sent him with, just kind of let me know that it really does take a village, and we really are doing the right thing. And it's important to have people in your life that really care about what they do and care about helping children as a whole. So it was definitely emotional seeing teachers crying and comforting each other, knowing over my son going to a different school. So, but this is not going to be a permanent situation. It's just like I said, different IE plans for different students call for different things like this. So it's I understand it. It's still hard to accept, because we're getting familiar with the whole process and getting familiar with that school in whole. So yeah, so shout out to them and that school. Some great ladies, and they really care about what they do, and they care about my son. All the gifts that they sent him out with yesterday. So, with that being said, that's pretty much the update on Cameron, my youngest son. So that's kind of where things stand with him. We're getting ready to start a new school, so that's where we at. As far as fathers of autism. Kind of wanted to shift gears to my oldest son, because I'm entering a whole different level of parenting, and not just not just because he's has autism and he's on the spectrum as well. Mainly, just like like I said, just like what I'm learning is just like any other child, any other two children that people might have, they're going to be different. And the same thing is children with autism as well. Like they're not going to be exactly alike. They can be as different as night and day, but they're going to be different, just like any other two siblings. So, but the things that I'm experiencing now is more like typical teenager stuff. Like not necessarily being defiant, but kind of like stretching the limits. Kind of like the same thing, um, that I'm kind of dealing with my daughter. You know what I mean? She's not on the spectrum as well, but like just typical teenage stuff. But with my oldest son, I just gotta kind of double down and make sure he has a full understanding of what I'm saying, and understanding of that he's getting older, and every action there's a reaction and it's consequences for things that you do. And he's tall nonetheless. You know what I mean? Like, but he's still only 14, so like I just been making sure he has an understanding of, when you do man things, it may be man consequences. So enjoy being a teenager. You know what I mean? Enjoy being 14. And I can't focus more on the autism than him being a teenager, if that makes sense. Like I still gotta, I still understand everything that I do about autism, and as far as it concerns with him and everything, all the changes I've seen in him throughout these 14 years. But I can't just focus on that. I gotta focus on, I gotta have the same energy that I would, about these teenage issues and changes that I, when I'm talking to my daughter and things like that. Like I can't just focus on autism. So I just kind of want to share that with all my viewers, and any other fathers of autism, that may be entering these stages, these teenage stages, and if you have more than one child on the spectrum, I think this can be helpful. And like I said, I don't see too many people that look like me doing this, so I'm definitely trying to change that. Maybe eliminate a certain stigma about autism, and spreading awareness, things like that. So, but I just want to put this together for you guys, man, and let everybody know, where things at with my two, and everybody can look forward to a good sickle cell awareness video in the future. I've been trying to find a guest to help me spread this awareness, but I'm not really tripping about that because I can do it myself. So as simple as that. So we get ready to wrap things up. It's been another edition of More to Live for Voice of the North. Reminding everybody, why would I settle for less? My last name, More. Peace and blessings to all. Shout out to my subscribers. Thanks for all the support. Until next time.